how to succeed in life. Scripture lays it out clearly what we must do in order to succeed in any aspect of our life. In this video, we're going to look at 3 principles. 3 things that we can do to succeed in life, whether it be finances, relationships, anything, parenting, whatever it is, we can have success. Step 1, you have to change your subconscious program. You have to change the way you think. Scripture says in Romans 12 verse 2, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." Conformed means to be fashioned like, conformed to the same pattern, or formed with. Transformed means to renovate, as in completely tear out what's there and replace it with something different. You have to literally renovate your thinking. This means removing the wrong pattern that your mind currently thinks according to and rebuilding your thought patterns with what is true and right. Why? So that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. God knows what's good for us. When we accept that as good for us, then it becomes perfect or complete, and we can have success. Step 2, stop seeking others' approval or permission for you to win, and just go out and win. Proverbs 29:26 says, "Many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment cometh from the Lord." People want other people's approval, but God set up the world with all its principles and consequences. Scripture says in Psalm 1, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night." His delight is in the law of the Lord, not in other people's approval or permission. It's holding you back if you think that you need someone's approval or permission to go out and win. Just go out and win. You have to not care what other people think, say, or do, and rather concern yourself with thinking and saying and doing what God has revealed in His Word. Number 3, focus on fruitfulness or multiplication in everything that you do. Scripture says in Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 4, "I made me great works," plural. That works in the Hebrew means activity or product. In essence, business. King Solomon made great businesses, multiple businesses. He multiplied. "I builded me houses. I planted me vineyards. I made me gardens and orchards, and I planted trees in them of all kind of fruits. I made me pools of water, to water therewith, the wood that bringeth forth trees. I got me servants and maidens, and had servants born in my house." Reproduction, multiplication. "Also I had great possessions of great and small cattle above all that were in Jerusalem before me. I gathered me also silver and gold and the peculiar treasure of kings and of the provinces. I gat me men singers and women singers, and the delights of the sons of men, as musical instruments and that of all sorts. So I was great and increased more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me." Everything King Solomon did had the idea of multiplication or fruitfulness behind it. Everything he listed in the verses, houses, works, vineyards, servants, born in his house, all of that is multiplication. So to wrap it up, let's review. Number 1, you have to change your subconscious programming. Number 2, you have to not care what other people think, say, or do. You can't seek other people's permission or approval. You just have to go out and win. And number 3, focus on fruitfulness and multiplication in every aspect of your life. If you do these 3 things, it will change your life. Scripture tells us in Joshua 1 verse 8, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night." There's the changing of your subconscious programming, "that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein." There is going out and winning with God's counsel, not man's approval or permission. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. There's the fruitfulness that results when you live according to God's principles. And there you have it. 3 steps to achieving success in your life. Go out and win.